Do it.
What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ back. We are back after a little bit of a break. We last what came at you from the villages
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Memorial Day.
Was it
So
what day was it Memorial? Yeah, we did was
it
Memorial Day
was
because
Memorial
Alex
Day,
was cooking while we were
right?
talking about you were on the lanai discussing
Right,
a
right.
trip.
What a great trip, man.
Dude, year three doesn't disappoint, I can tell you that much. We're
No,
getting better at our, where we're gonna play and how we're gonna play and how much we're gonna play. I think you know, we'll get into the trip a little bit here. I think I think we could have played a couple more rounds. I think we were a
yeah,
little light on the golf this year, which is a little disappointing. But we were heavy on the golf last year, and we overdid it. I think last year. This year, I think we were kind of a little lighter. But yeah, let's kind of I think itinerary for tonight. Let's dive into our trip and talk about that a little bit, and then it's a big
get
week,
into the
big
big
week in the
week.
pros, man.
Yeah,
Big week in the pros.
yep,
U.S. Open week, so we're excited about that. Excited about that. So
yeah,
so yeah, I think we left off with our villages trip. We talked Memorial Day, right? So we
yeah.
that was the so we already played. So when we got there, we flew out of Raleigh, and it was a great flight. Um, great time getting there. Took an Uber over to your dad, mom and dad's house. Um, they had the golf cart ready for us, which is always nice.
Speaking of that, the Uber was packed full of
Dude,
our luggage and golf
packed.
clubs. That was
The
not a
Uber was
comfortable ride, but we
the
made it.
Uber was packed.
She was a great driver, but
Yeah,
it was packed.
it wasn't as bad as the Bullet, but
No.
but the Uber was
And speaking of that, we will have more content coming. We got so much content that we got to catch up.
unbelievable. I still have. I
Basically,
posted. I think I posted the first 3 days. I still
I
have to
only
post day 4 and day 5.
I only posted the first and my last,
Yeah,
so I
we
gotta
got a
get everything in
lot more
between.
content. A lot more
Stay
content
tuned
now.
on our
But
go to our other Instagram channels for that. Uh,
yes, please come.
Dad is golfing and Gray goes golf,
There we
so
go.
we'll
Yeah.
get those up.
So anyway, so we came to you guys. We played Bonifay the first day, which is always a great course, one of our favorites. I played a pretty good round. I shot an 80. I left a couple shots out there, a little disappointed. I think you were 91.
Same.
Anyway,
Yeah, but I
yeah.
three putted the last two holes. I
Yep.
didn't have, or I would have been in the 90s.
Yep. I had the 80s possibly. So
So yeah, I mean 80s. That's what I
80s,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
because I
but
was what
but we had
90. What was
90, I
I
think
that
you're
day?
92. I think you're
92.
92.
Yeah.
Alex was 91 or something like that. It was something
Or I beat him the first day. No, I beat him the
second.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second day, we had the storm and everything. Saw what to had a great Mexican restaurant dinner down there. Great time. Second day, we drove down to Southern Oaks, and it really wasn't that bad of a drive. It was like what
No,
35
golf cart,
minutes,
all golf cart.
all golf cart ride, which is really easy. But the course was absolutely awesome. I
Oh
loved it.
man,
It
I want to play that again.
is one of the newer courses down there, wide open, but still challenging. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of fun. And I had a good day that day. I shot 75, and I left. I would say 3 or 4 shots. I could have potentially. I thought I
Yeah,
could have.
we both did because I that was my best day. I shot what an 86, I
I
think.
think it was an 86. Yeah, it's easier course.
And
I thought it was a little easier course, but again, still challenging. But it was
right. It
a
could
lot of
still get you. And the reason I could have been heck, I could have been low 80s because I three putted the last two holes again.
fun.
So, uh,
Consistent. So
so even that you take two of those away, one on each hole, so I'm sitting at an 84,
yeah,
which
then
is
we
my
yeah.
best round ever.
Yep. So then we watched Johnny Wild a little bit on one of the bands that we like.
He
And
was disappointing this year though,
a little bit, a little bit. I think I think the
because
square
weather.
to do with it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you weren't on it. But the cool thing about that square is we found that putting course, that
Oh yeah.
free putting course that we went out late night and putted around a little bit. And that was a lot of fun, dude.
I
Uh,
almost lost the ball on the putting
I
course. I
lost the
don't know
ball
how
on a
you did.
putting course almost. It was pretty funny, but it was pretty challenging too. I mean, they were
Yeah.
like some tough shots that we had it, but it was really cool doing that, having a couple drinks and everything.
Cool little family thing if you're there, like,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's free. It's basically closes at dark.
yep. It was pretty cool. And then the next day was Memorial Day, and we played a couple of the executive courses there. And that was the first time Alex and I got to experience them. We had a lot of fun. I shot 2 over on the first nine and 3 over on the second nine. So it was like a 30 and a 31. So I was playing pretty well on those par threes. Most of them, they're mostly par threes, maybe a trickle par four in there and everything. We played Redfish Run and Tarpon Boil. I like Tarpon Boil better than Redfish Run. I thought I enjoyed Tarpon Boil a lot. But
That the first
That was the
one?
first one. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
first
yeah, I do too. I like that one better too.
one. Yeah. And they're not in the best of shape because they get so much play,
It's
but
so dry.
they're not bad. They're really not bad. I mean, they're decent enough to play, and it's just a lot of fun. You go out there. I walked both of them because we had I didn't want to pay for a golf cart, so I just walked them. Those easy walks. A lot of people walk them and everything, but it was a lot of fun.
Well,
We had
yeah, and you couldn't pay for a golf cart there anyways at
yeah
the executive. So
yeah
yeah,
they could have given me a push cart or something, but it was
yeah.
an easy walk. It wasn't a problem. Um, and then we grilled out, did our podcast, went to the pools a couple times, grilled out, and then we the last full day we were there, we went to and played the Nancy Lopez course, way up north. So we went way down south and then way up north. That's a different course than what we played down
Hmm.
south. The newer courses and the ones down south are a little more open. This one's a little tighter. It's got some more trouble. It's got a lot more water. Um, and again, I think I shot, I think I want to say 81 at that one, or 81 or 82 or something like that. Good round, but it was a little more difficult, I thought.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot tighter. It's still a great course. Not my favorite.
Yeah,
I still think I like the Palmer course is one of my favorite. I really like Bonifay.
I
I
like
like
Bonifay.
Southern Oaks.
Yep, I like Evans Prairie, and I like King
It was,
Garden. I mean, those are some of the ones that we play. So,
yeah.
um,
Matter of fact, I played King Garden the second to last day with my dad and Nate, and yeah, it's there were a couple holes they were working on. Like they had two greens. The Alamanda side was closed because
sprayed the
supposedly
wrong.
their
Yeah,
son sprayed something wrong, but we played Hibiscus started off and then Jacaranda, and on each one of those they had a green on each one that they were repairing, so they had to make a
temporary.
makeshift hole, a
Yeah,
temporary
temporary.
hole. But they were still in great shape, and
Yeah,
I don't know. I like King Garden. It's a
great lake,
great track. It's
great lake.
2 minutes from my parents' place.
Yep, really cool.
Um,
So, and then the
yeah,
last day, we weren't able to get 18 in. We were only able to get 9 in, and that was a championship round because, the way we do it is I give 4 shots to you and Alex per 9. So you guys get 8 shots and 18. And Alex had a pretty good day at Lopez where he caught he kind of made some ground up on me. And with those 4 shots of the 9, he started 2 up, and I was able to come back and get the big victory, Scott.
yeah,
Got the
barely, but
world
you got
champion
it. You
trophy
got the trophy.
sitting in my office right now. Sitting in the
Check
office
out.
right.
I think one of us has got a video up with that.
Yeah, yeah. So that was but we played the Cherry Hill side. I think it was. We haven't played that one before, but again, another course, big difference. A lot of undulation in the greens, which we weren't used to.
But
Um,
it was
a
great.
little,
It was
little more trouble, but it's a great
fun.
course. It's a great course. So we're still kind of tweaking it. We're getting ready for next year. The flights are going to be opening up here at the end of the month, so we'll be booking our flights to go down on Memorial Day again next year, and we're going to tweak the courses again a little bit. And found a great place to eat. The original Willie's Roadhouse, I think it was called, which was awesome. It was so good.
Cody's. Cody's.
Cody's Roadhouse, original
Yeah.
Cody's Roadhouse. So we're going to kind of tweak it a little bit. Maybe eat there the first day, play Tierra del Sol a little bit closer to the house and everything. We're still messing with the itinerary. We love doing this
Right.
stuff. Alex and I are already talking, and now we're getting ready for our fall/winter trip to Pinehurst, and you're coming. I'm just letting you know right now. Look at it. I got it all set up for you, buddy, right there. Prices and everything.
Nice.
Pinehurst Resort. So we're looking at playing Pinehurst or Mid Pines, one or the other. We're putting an itinerary together. We're going to get Ryan in it, hopefully. And,
Nice.
go play a little golf in the winter after Thanksgiving. So we'll see. We're just going to do it, and you guys are going to have to pay for it, and then you're not going to be able to back out. That's how we're going to have to go with it.
Yeah. Oh, and what we got to see, actually you'd already left, but got to see one of the bands that's performed there for a while, the Relic, and they were
Yeah,
getting last performance the last Saturday I was there. It was packed.
yeah. You showed me the picture.
Oh my gosh, it was golf cart traffic jam afterwards.
Mm.
It was a good time. So
Well, you
late
stayed
summer.
down, and one of your other buddies came down. Nate came down, and you guys were able to
Yeah,
play
played some
a couple more.
golf with my mom and dad and him and his wife, and it was good. It got a little warm again. Actually, it was warm the first day, but it actually kind of cooled off. It ended up being really comfortable on
Nice.
Saturday. Yeah. So
And then you flew back out, man. Flew out.
about got a gator.
It
Gator
was
about
tiny.
got me
It was
on
a tiny
nine.
gator.
It was a tiny one, but But yeah, I think my whole sum of the trip, it was a great trip. I could have really scored really well because I hit a ton of fairways, especially even after you left.
Yeah,
Like King Garden, I hit quite a few on the. I couldn't. I struggled hitting greens and regular. I was struggling with my distance a little bit because I would either go too short or too far for the second shot. But I also my pitching wedge, even though I practiced on it, I don't know what I was doing. I'm opening up that club somehow
yeah,
and shaking it right. But the holes that I did, um, hit it well. I scored well, but if I could have got some more greens and regulations, I would have had some really good. I would have been right there with Alex probably.
yeah. Looking at summing up my rounds, the driver kind of I went a little skewed down the driver though those first couple of days. I think when we played Southern Oaks, was it
Hmm.
Southern Oaks, or maybe it was Bonifay. It was Bonifay. I didn't hit one fairway.
But you
Um,
still beat us all.
yeah. But down there,
But you hit the greens and regulations. That's what's
yeah,
key.
that's key. I think I had like 11 greens in reg that day, and then at Southern Oaks, I think I had like 13. I was really,
And
um,
I sunk
I found
that
my card.
50-foot putt after the storm.
Yep, just a couple mistakes here and there that
Right.
I would say. It's just you have to. I think I was in good form. I just needed to. I would lose a little concentration here or there, and I would have a wayward shot or something like that. No real blow up holes, I would say. I lost one ball on the entire day, the entire trip. I played with
The funny
two
thing
balls.
is, I lost more on the executive course day than
Yeah,
I did on
I
the championship.
I played the first round with one ball, the second round with the same ball, the executive day with the same ball, and then the last day I played 9 holes, and on the ninth hole I lost it in the water on the right. And
Yeah,
that
I think
first ball, the only ball I thought we were joking. I was like, I'm only gonna bring 6 balls with us, and you guys were
yeah,
all laughing at me. That's all I really needed anyway.
executive day with you, I struggled and
Yeah, yeah,
I was hot and tired. I
it
think it
was.
was part of it. It was
Yeah, it
so,
was. It
but
was.
it
It,
was still good.
was still a great time, but
You
but
don't come back from the villages being like, man, that was not a good time, in my
yeah,
opinion. That was like it's like one of those trips where you're like, dang, it's already over with.
I know, I know.
My opinion,
Um,
especially if you like golf. But even if you go down there and you don't like golf, there's plenty of other things to
there's so
do.
much. There's so much to do.
If you live down there, there's 2,700 clubs or something like that to
Yeah,
join. It's crazy.
crazy.
What we met a guy at the bar that coached dragon boat
Yeah,
racing to 80
dragon
year
boat
olds,
racing. They had 10 teams in the villages. We were like, what?
right? Which is crazy. So,
All right.
anyways, let's
Well, what one like so before we even get into the U.S. Open, so I was able to come back and play a couple rounds. I played 9 holes at the
that's right.
Meadowlands. Didn't play very well, but it was really wet. And the rainstorms were coming in and everything. And that course, if you play the Meadowlands, if you ever play the Meadowlands here in
Oh yeah.
Winston-Salem area, I played the back nine. The back nine's pretty hard, pretty tight. And when it's wet, it is wet. Like there was like the 10th hole, I was playing from the Blues. I think I was playing 3,400 or 3,300 yards. And my drive, like the first hole on the back nine is like 440 yards from the blue tees. And I hit my drive and I hit it really, really well. And I had 195 in, and the ball like it was in my pitch mark, so it didn't even move off of the drive. So
The one that goes
made it
along the
hard.
pond, right? Yeah.
Correct. That's the one that goes
Yeah.
around the pond. Yeah. So I mean, but it was good to get out and play around a little bit. And then Sunday, Alex and I went over to Old Home Place and played Old Home Place and
I love
played really well there. Of course, it's in great shape if you ever
I
get to
love that
Old Home.
track.
Yeah.
It's not a hard one, but
Nope.
it's a fun one.
Yeah, it's in Kernersville. It's off Union Cross Road. It's a really great little track and very reasonable to play there. They let us go out by ourselves, and we had a foursome in front of two foursomes in front of us, and then one of them left. The other one let us go, and we were done in less than 4 hours. So it was really really nice. Course is in great shape. The greens are good. Fairways are good. I mean, it's a really good course, and shot an 81 out there. And it was a disappointing 81. I'll leave it at that. But it was still a good round of golf, and it was fun to play.
Not too many
So,
people, unless you're a real pro, are disappointed with an
I
80. Still.
I know
Anyways, but yeah,
anyway.
it was a great
So,
trip. Yeah, we'll see when we get out there again together. So it's gonna be at least a few weeks, but we'll get
yeah,
out.
yeah. So now we're into some information. We got a big tournament here in the pros, man.
Right. US Open week.
You,
Last year at this time I was getting ready to go to the tournament. So I
yep,
ended up going, met Sergio Garcia, which is actually one of my favorite international golfers. And after meeting him, I have even more respect for him. I personally thought he was very genuine.
Yeah.
So I know some people may not think that way, and some people don't like him for going to play with Liv, but it is what it is. So
Yeah. No, it's
nice.
awesome. And now, it was in Pinehurst last year. It's going to be coming back here at,
2029, I think.
2029. Yeah. So we'll have to maybe get down there to do some of this, do some there. Like I said, if we're, if Scott, if we get you, I got the Pinehurst Resort right here, man, right there. Talking all
Nice.
about it and what courses we're going to play and everything. But anyway, that's down the road a little bit. But yeah, we're going to give you some stats about this course. So I've been doing some research and I put my glasses on because I can't see, man. I'm getting old, man. All these. So, the U.S. Open's in Oakmont this year, which is outside of Pennsylvania, outside in Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh. This is the 10th time Oakmont has been hosting the U.S. Open, which is the most in history. The first was in 1927, and the last was in 2016. H.C. Phones is the guy who designed this course, so the only course he ever designed. His whole idea about this course, talking to people and looking and watching these videos about it, was he wanted to make the hardest course for these people to play, for the pros to play, and he pretty much went out and did that. Him and his son tweaked it. They had a big tree removal. They called it like the chainsaw timber removal or something like that in the '90s, where they took all these trees down. And then they had Gil Hance came in, who redid a lot of the courses in our area and everything like that. Some of the Pinehurst courses. He came in and he redid a bunker project and everything, really restored it back in 2023, and it looks awesome. And the nice thing about it, I mean, the rough on that sucker is
Oh, yeah.
4 or 5 inches long. The greens are fast. It's playing as a par 70, 7,300 yards, a little bit over 7,300 yards. So I'm going to give you some of the history here, some of the winners of Oakmont. So in 1927, Tommy Armour won, Sam Parks Jr. won at 35. Ben Hogan won in 1953. Jack Nicklaus won in 1962. Johnny Miller in 1973. Larry Nelson in 83. Ernie Els in 94. Angel Cabrera in 2007. And Dustin Johnson in 2016. Can you guess what the lowest round score out of all those is for the U.S. Open? What's the lowest round that's been there? What do you think?
It's not super low because I know that. I don't know. I'm gonna say I want to say it's over par.
It's not over par.
Nope. -2.
Nope. -5. Happened 5 times. 3 times. Ben Hogan, Johnny Miller, and Ernie Els. All right. You know what the highest winning score was? It was the first year that it was done, 1927.
Man.
14 over by Tommy Armour.
Damn.
So, a couple of holes here that are really some of the big holes. You got the third and the fourth hole. Okay, the third hole is a par 4, and it's got those church pew bunkers that they call it, the church pew bunker on the left side, and then the fourth hole comes back and it's a par 5 with the pews on the left side. So, yeah, they're on the left side both because you drive out and then you come back and they're both on the left. So they got those church pew bunkers, which are really cool. You'll see a whole bunch of pictures on those. The 8th hole is the longest par 3 in U.S. Open history at 289 yards. Whew. All right. 12th hole is a par 5, the longest hole, 632 yards. And then one of the holes, I think two holes that the 17th and 18th hole are going to be really cool to watch. The 17th hole is a 312-yard drivable par 4. So with a whole bunch of bunkering around it. It looks crazy and gnarly. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then the 18th hole, iconic, going back into the clubhouse. It's a doozy of a hole too. You're looking at almost 500 yards going back up the hill. So it's a pummel of a hole. So that's Oakmont. Like I said, HC Phones is the designer of it. Him and his son, I think, worked on it. They tweaked it all the time, and they did a lot with it, trying to make that course very difficult. And that's what they did. They got a true test of a U.S. Open. And I think it's going to be one of the sites, one of the anchor sites they call them. It's Pebble Beach, this one Oakmont, Pinehurst, and maybe there's one more. Shinnecock, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. Speaking of, let me pull up the
pull up the website. Pull up the website on it. The US Open website.
There it is. All right. See that?
Look at
cool. That. Yeah. Gold on Arnie, and I don't know who that is to the right, but
it's Jack.
No, that's Jack. Yeah, Jack and yeah, I meant to say Jack, sorry. Uh,
So if you go up a little bit, go up and about the course where it says up top right there, click on
oh,
that right there. Yeah, that's talking. Those are the
oh
church.
yeah, that
Look at that. So that's the
yeah.
third hole on the right, the fourth hole on the left. Dude, look at like there's not a lot of room between bunkers there on the side. Like there's not a lot. So this is you'll see the church pews right here. So yeah,
That's
see every
cool.
one you ever designed, and those church pew bunkers. So it's crazy, huh? Church pews created by his
Yeah.
son. 160 yards up the hill going. I mean, it's just awesome. Um,
Hmm.
click over on the 17th hole. Can you go to the 17th? Yeah. This is what I was talking about. This is a crazy. There, I think they said I don't know how many bunkers they said they were there, but there's a ridiculous amount of bunkers there.
Uh,
So it's just 312 yards. Okay.
oh,
Huge bunker on the left, right? So if you lay up a little bit, don't go for the green, right? Huge mouth bunker. Now check this thing out when you get to the green, dear dude.
hmm.
That's not a big green, and it is
Yeah.
rounded. Smallest
Yeah.
green, shallowest. You can go anywhere, and that rough is thick around there, dude. Thick. And then
Well,
if you hit the 18th hole, this is just a classic 18th hole coming back up right into the clubhouse. Dustin Johnson hit a 6 iron from 190 here to put it within like 4 feet and clinch the U.S. Open. I remember watching that. So yeah, it's one of the only courses that's a historic national landmark. How cool is that, huh?
all right. Yeah, that's pretty.
Here it is, Dustin Johnson. Yep, 6 iron to 5 feet to seal the victory from 190. I mean, how crazy is that? It's awesome,
Mm.
isn't it?
Houses right there on there.
Yep.
But those are nice and cheap.
Yeah. Now the putting green is actually the back of that green too. So the
Huh.
putting on the back part of that, it's one giant green, and the putting green's on the back part, like the warm up green.
It
So
is?
back, yep, yeah, and it all connects. It's pretty cool. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, but um, really excited about the U.S. Open coming in up. Obviously
Yeah.
it's our third major, and we got to make some picks here, don't we? You won the last one, man.
Yeah.
You picked Scotty.
Man, well, be honest with you, I can't go against him.
Well, here's my thing though. I say you have to pick somebody that you didn't pick last time.
All right.
So
All right. Oh man, that's a tough one. There's about
so
three of them
so
that I'd like to pick.
we got three picks. We got a domestic player and international player. Your favorite? You can't pick Scotty. The domestic player, international player,
Sleeper.
and then dark horse.
Yeah. Um, gosh. All right, I can't pick Scotty. Man, I could pick Bryson again, but I don't
Yeah.
think he'll win this one. Rory's playing pretty well. I but
International player.
hmm? What's
That's
that?
that's
Yeah, I know.
international player right there.
Yeah, but we could do. Can we do them overall?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You can. You can do whatever you want.
man, I don't know. I'll go with Ludwig.
Oh, Ludwig Ober, huh? I
Yeah,
like it.
he's come close. So
Yeah, good player. He hasn't.
since you won't let me pick Scotty again, so
You know, the easy pick is to go with Scotty. Obviously, Bryson DeChambeau won at Oakmont and Pinehurst, where it was really easy. Where there weren't a lot of trees framing it out, and I can see Bryson winning this one. He's played well at Live last week. Um, I just don't know how you go against Scotty Scheffler, though.
all
You know what I
right.
mean? Um, it's really, really hard to do that. So I'm going to pick Scotty Scheffler. You've got,
That's why you didn't want me. That's why you didn't want me to choose
well,
him
I
again.
mean, you got him for the Masters, or I'm sorry, you had him for the PGA.
I'm just picking him overall because
I know.
yeah.
He's great. He's great, though. He's a really good player. Well, let's go international. Who are you thinking international wise?
Well, I already picked Auberg as my overall, but Man, I don't know. I'm not good at this game. Hey, you got to pick first. Did I pick first on the last one?
Okay. Okay. International. There's some people playing really well right now. There's one guy in particular that has been kind of around a couple leaderboards the last couple of weeks, and that's Shane Lowry. He
Dude,
is
I was thinking about that earlier, and I love the dude.
he has been around. He was around Memorial. He was around what was the other one we were watching where he was right there? I think it's in Houston or something like that. Um, he's
Him
playing
and
really good.
Rory won the Zurich last year.
Yep. So I'm gonna go Shane Lowry for my international play.
Can I pick the same one? Yeah, I was actually thinking of that earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Let me look at some of these guys. You got quite a few. Um, they don't tee off till what, Thursday?
Thursday, six
Tomorrow's
48.
practice round.
Yep.
Um, International. You know what? Is he even playing? Who is Sergio in it?
I think so.
I don't
No,
think
he didn't. He
I
didn't
don't
qualify.
think he made it. I don't think he
He didn't qualify.
qualified.
He didn't qualify. He missed out by one shot.
Yeah.
He didn't qualify.
Um, yeah, I don't know who to pick. I'm gonna stick with my guy I like to always go with, and that's Matsuyama.
Hideki.
Yeah.
I like Hideki. Hideki's a good one.
And then I will tell you my sleeper.
All right. Sleeper. Who do you got?
Hold on a second. I think he got an exemption.
I think you're gonna say Ricky, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I want the dude to win so bad. I don't know if he's got it
Oh,
in
I
him,
don't. I
but
don't think. I don't think he got in. He got into the Open. He didn't get into the U.S. Open.
yeah, he did. He got in through a sponsor. He's 108th ranked right now.
Is he in the field? I don't think
Yeah, I
he's in
think
the field.
so. I think so.
I don't think so.
It's showing. I don't know. Let me see. I think he got in last.
I
Let me
don't
see
think
if he's
so.
got a tee time. You know who I'd love to see win too is the story is Gary Woodland
Oh, coming back and winning it.
being
Yeah.
from Kansas, even though he went to KU, but um yeah, I think he's. Let me see. I swear he got in.
I don't think he got into the Open, not the
Oh
U.S.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He got into. You're right. You're right. He
Open.
got into the British. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He
British.
didn't get
Yeah.
into the. Yeah. My sleeper then. Oh man, that is a good one. That's another good question. I'm not good at this game. Um, man, let's look at these. Actually, tea times. All right, so let's see who we got here. Um,
I'll give you my sleeper. How's that?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go live. All right. Guy who won
Yep.
this week, Joaquin Neiman. Joaquin
Oh yeah.
Neiman. Think he's going to break through. I also like Phil this week because it's his last one.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
is, man.
it is. Yeah. This will be his last one that he's exempt for. Probably the last one he's going to play in. And he had a really, really good tournament. Did you see that shot he hit on 17, dude? The one
Yeah,
shoulder. It's ridiculous.
that was
So,
crazy.
but he's. I mean, he's not going to win. I think I have a better chance of winning than Phil does. I'm just kidding. I love Phil.
Yeah, you wish. Let me look at these
But I
teams.
think Joaquin Neiman.
Yeah, let me look who's. Um, and there's a lot of good. A lot
Jeez,
of good.
dude, we only have like an hour show here. You know, we're
I know, I know. Um, you know who's got a shot that's actually played and won a tournament recently is Justin Thomas. He's he won at Hilton Head.
yep. And Justin Thomas is a good player.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
All right.
I
If
don't
he's
think
got
a
it,
lot of people. I
if
don't
he's
think
got
a
it,
lot of people are picking him, but
yeah,
if
if
he
he's got
comes,
his driver going, he'll be fine. Gotta get
right,
the driver going.
right. So there's a lot of others. Rom
Yeah.
could win it.
Yep.
Um,
Rom was another one I was thinking about. I think Rom's a pretty good player.
right, right. He could be obviously one of the international picks, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how these turn out for us. So I won the
I think
last.
it's I think it's gonna be a great weekend. I'm looking forward to watching it. I can't wait.
What do you think is going to be the winning score?
I think 6 under.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4 under because
Four.
I've seen that rough, and if they
Yeah.
get rough, so
Yeah. I think 6 under is gonna be the winning score. And I think it's gonna be six. And I don't think anybody's gonna be close. I think it may be six and then like 1 under. Like I think somebody's gonna pull away and they're gonna just play smart golf on Sunday. Um, Not get in trouble, and they're gonna
yeah, this isn't a course you just go for it.
no, this is one you have to be smart around. Somebody's gonna do
Right.
it, and then everybody's gonna try to catch up, and they're gonna get in worse shape, you know? So
Right. Yeah, sorry I delayed our episode because I'm not good at these picks, and I should follow some of these players more, especially being a golf fan. But yeah, we'll see. I
it's all
just
good.
wish
It's all
some of
good.
my two favorites aren't in there, Sergio and Ricky, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
We'll go
We'll do it for the Open.
for the open. There you go. You pick them for the open. I'll let you have them.
That's
How's that?
at Royal. What is it? Royal
Royal Port Rush out in
Port
Ireland.
Rush. Yeah, I got a friend I went to high school. We went out there and played that yesterday or something. So
Oh, nice, nice. Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yep.
Well,
We'll get out there one of these years.
yeah. Well, oh God. Well, I don't know why we just keep going back to the villages, man. It's just so nice down there.
Well, that and you drive your own golf cart and you go home in your own golf cart.
It's the best, man. You don't have to stop at the clubhouse. You just leave. You just get off 18th.
Nobody's like, "Hey, get your golf cart in. Get your golf cart
No,
in."
no, nobody.
Now they do try to keep you playing pretty quick. We got
They,
we got said something a couple of times, but we weren't
yeah.
even playing that slow.
No, no, no.
All our rounds were under 4.5 hours.
Yep. Oh yeah. It was good. It was a good time. Good time.
Yep. Yep. That's all I got for tonight, unless you got
That's
anything
it.
else.
No, man. That's it. That's it.
Yep. Everybody have a good weekend. If you go play, most important thing is have fun, hit them straight, and enjoy
Happy
it.
Father's
Create
Day.
some memories.
Father's
Yep.
Day.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. That's why this is a good one too. You can sit around with your father, watch the
Yeah.
U.S. Open on Sunday, have a few drinks, some good food, whatever. Even if you don't drink, have some good food and
Yep.
whatever.
It'll be good.
So,
It'll be good.
yep. All right. We'll talk to everybody hopefully next week sometime.
All right, everybody. Have a good
Appreciate
one.
your support. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a comment below whether you agree, disagree with whatever. We don't care, but we appreciate the support.